Welcome back, everybody. Question for you. Is Big Brother, our Lord in Washington, trying to sabotage itself on purpose? Is the Biden administration in the last 3.5, 4 years of their policies, is that all by design? You got to destroy everything down to the foundations to build back better. Are we seeing the tyrannical government that the founding fathers warned us about, with the First and Second Amendments being ever so important? And just my opinions, I'm going to tell you why I think we should be a little bit concerned until January of next year. So we got to go back to Executive Order 1033, that was in Obama's second term. It allows indefinite detention on anyone with no trial, like Guantanamo Bay. That's a hard word to say, Guantanamo Bay. Then we had, at the end of December of this year, Department of Defense 5240.01, which allows lethal force on U.S. citizens on U.S. soil, and the military can get called in to help the local and state local law enforcement if there's violence, a potential violence, protests that they think could get violent. They can now, they gave them the green light to shoot and kill on site. So just keep that in mind. Be careful out there. Okay. And then you think, remember, after the insurrection of January 6th of 2021, the Biden administration built a 15-foot wall all around the White House. Okay. It was like concrete, just huge wall, right? You think about the censorship and how it's getting a little out of control. Freedom of speech is kind of being attacked in a lot of countries. America's next. We're right. It's coming right down the turnpike. Just look at the three branches of our government. Okay, you got the House of Representatives, you got the Senate, and then you got the Congress. Okay, and then you got the presidential executive branch, and there's supposed to be checks and balances. But when you have lobbying groups that control all of 456 people, all of 7 of them are controlled by the same lobbyist group. And I won't say the name because I don't want to, APAC. But you just look at all the big money from corporations. They can do anonymous donations now. And speaking of corporations, the last 20 years, they're sitting on record profits. They're paying their CEOs tens of millions of dollars, but we can't pay American workers with full benefits, a livable wage. We're so poor. We have to outsource everything to China and Vietnam and Mexico and anywhere but here. And I'm getting sick and tired of seeing people that make 150, 175K a year, and after 4 years, they come out with insider trading. They're worth $5, $10, $20 million. And they're on a board of director of some company, some war machine company. You know, we used to use treason for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. And just look at any law that's been passed recently for Wall Street, big bailouts, tax breaks for companies sitting on record profits year after year. And even if things go best case scenario, right? The elections go flawlessly. Nobody contests the results. Nobody's not certifying the results, right? Or are they going to invoke the 14th Amendment, Section 3 about, well, he was an insurrectionist, even though Donald Trump or anybody in his administration was charged with being involved in a rebellion or an insurrection? So again, more misinformation, disinformation, whatever you want to call it, from the mainstream. Maybe we should suppress more evidence. Maybe we should indefinitely detain somebody without a trial. You just look at all this stuff that's going on. Let me tell you, Kent State, 4 dead in Ohio. That was the National Guard. Then you had Ruby Ridge up in the Pacific Northwest. I can't remember if that was Washington or Oregon. Then you had Waco. Then we had Jonestown. All those things already happened. Okay. So with all these new rules that I talked about earlier, and just the absolute train wreck of the last 4 years, this has got to be on purpose, right? Is this, what do you think? I mean, is this the tyrannical government that we were warned about? Like, is this why uh, everything is going crazy train? It's all by design, I think. And I think everybody, um, that's just my 2 cents. Tell me what you think in the comments. But I firmly believe that up until somebody puts a hand on the Bible at an inauguration, you know, stock up on a couple extra things, the bare necessities, food, water, all that, batteries and stuff. Um, Thanks for watching, and we'll see you. We'll see you next time. Okay, peace.